Hello, Dr.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
So, how are you?
I am doing very good. How about you?
Good.
Yes. Dr. Shrenik Shah is also joining today because I think there is a rain. They said I'm not going for hiking, so I
Oh,
can.
good.
I said, yeah, so he should be here any minute.
Okay.
Perfect. Hey,
Oh,
he's
he joined. Hey, it's
Hey,
Shrenik Bhai. How are
how are
you?
you? Wonderful.
Long time no see.
Tell me about it.
I know.
Yeah, nice. It was what a great time we had, huh?
Yep.
It's
It
just
was a
awesome.
wonderful time. Yep.
Yeah, wonderful. That was really nice. I loved it.
Yeah, I learned a lot from you. So I
Oh,
told Akshay when he was starting this thing, I said, I know the right person.
yeah, no, you're right. That's the best thing that happened. We
I
just
know. I'm
synchronized.
very naive on this. I'm not good, but I want to be a
No,
part
no,
of this.
no. We talked so many things, and I know you're depth. So
I
don't
know.
don't underplay it. It's really
Okay.
nice. So wonderful,
yeah,
wonderful.
and the good thing is, uh, still we are stranger. We don't know each other. We never meet each other. We only talk over the phone and a video call. But it's
Yes.
like a lot of things we are on the same page. Uh, the philosophy, the style, the understanding, even the hobbies.
Yeah.
He's going to do the karaoke, and I say, wow, that's what I also like it. I am doing karaoke.
And one thing you still don't know is I write poems too.
Oh, nice! Let's
Mine are all on spirituality,
uh,
more or less like you. Yes. So
right.
it's wonderful.
Mine
So
is also mostly. I write whatever comes into my mind and heart.
correct. Exactly. But
That's
that's the only way to write poems, right? Uh,
and say it again.
that's the only way to write poems. Is it has to arise from within. So
Right.
wonderful.
Right, yeah, and the last poem what I posted on our group about the
Yes.
nature.
Correct.
That's also, yeah, I did it a few months back.
Wonderful.
Right, yeah. So it's already 8 o'clock, and let's wait for a couple of more minutes. What do you think, Priyanka? Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
I think we
morning.
should wait for 2 more minutes.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
so
think
much.
Okay, we will wait for 2 more minutes. No problem. Good morning, Manu.
Good morning, everyone. I just kept my mic mute because too much of disturbances is coming from
Okay,
here.
no problem.
Same.
Well, whatever way you want to, yeah, attend is fantastic. It's no problem. I need the more energy.
Yeah, we will give in, but right now the kids are home, so we
Oh, I understand. Yeah, yes.
but
Uh,
I must tell I must tell doctor that your thoughts, your talk was just vibrating in my brain. And so I really wanted to hear more from you. And I'm looking forward from Dr. Dilip too. So
yeah, and well, good morning to everybody. Today is the 6th day of the 21-day raw food challenge, and so far so good. Everything is good energy, good contribution from everybody, and good attendance also today. I think still people are coming, and today's topic is a simple meal but big nutrition. That is something we are going to discuss today. I want to continue a little bit of yesterday topic. What Rupesh asked, hey, if a kid asks for ice cream, how to convince him not to eat ice cream? And that was yesterday topic was craving. Yeah, craving, and it is hard. So I'm going to give couple of instance from Gandhi's book. रूपेश जी आपके लिए है ये
हाँ
आप
सर बोलिए।
okay, so in Gandhi की बुक में ऐसा लिखा है कि उनके वो भी ऐसे, उस टाइम तो ऐसे वीडियो वगैरह था नहीं, तो मीटिंग करते थे और उनके पास काफी लोग समस्या लेके आते थे कि कैसे उसको उसकी समस्या का समाधान मिले। तो एक बार एक औरत आई उसके बच्चे के साथ गांधी के पास और बोली कि ये मेरा बच्चा बहुत शुगर खाता है, उसको मत बताओ कि शुगर खाना अच्छा नहीं है इतना। तो गांधी ने बोला कि ऐसा करो, नेक्स्ट महीने में जब वापस आऊंगा तब उसको लेके आना, और उसको ऐसे करके वो लोग को छोड़ दिया। दूसरे महीने जब वापस आए गांधी और वही औरत वही लड़के के साथ वापस आई, तो गांधी ने वो लड़के को बोला कि बच्चे बेटा अभी शुगर खाना बंद करो, शुगर मत खाओ। तो औरत को ताज्जुब हुआ कि ये क्या हुआ, 1 महीना लगाया खाली इतना एक सेंटेंस बोलने में। ये सेंटेंस तो गांधी 1 महीने पहले भी बोल सकते थे कि बेटा शुगर मत खाओ। तो उन्होंने गांधी को बताया कि ऐसा तो आप तो बोल ही सकते थे। तो गांधी ने बोला कि देखो 1 महीना से मैंने शुगर नहीं खाया है, मुझे कुछ प्रीच करने से पहले प्रैक्टिस करना है। बिना प्रैक्टिस प्रीचिंग इज नो गुड। तो मैंने नहीं खाया और मैं देख सकता हूं कि अगर नहीं ये कर सकता हूं तो ये बच्चा भी कर सकता है। तो कहने का स्टोरी, ये कहने की बात ये है कि कुछ भी करने से पहले प्रैक्टिस करो और फिर प्रीच करो। और अपने आप अगर वो बच्चे को समझाते हो, आपने जो भी बच्चे के लिए आपने पूछा कि ये आइसक्रीम नहीं खाना है, तो पहले तो आप मत खाओ, आप खाओगे जगाएगा। फिर भी बच्चे को समझाने का मुश्किल है क्योंकि दूसरे बच्चे खा रहे हैं, तो उसको कैसे ना बोलोगे आप, क्योंकि उसको भी टेम्पटेशन होता है कि मुझे भी आइसक्रीम खाना है। तो उसके लिए पहले आपको नहीं खाना है, उसको खाना है तो एक बार खाने देना, फिर उसको समझाना कि ये खाने से इतना नुकसान है, इतना ये अच्छा है। वो पूछेगा कि चाचा आपने क्यों नहीं खाया, तो आप बता सकते हो कि मेरे को नहीं खाना है क्योंकि ये अच्छे नहीं है सेहत के लिए। एक दूसरा इंस्टेंस है गांधी के बुक में, उसका ग्रैंडसन अरुण गांधी जब अफ्रीका से इंडिया आया था आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस, और वो नेहरू के साथ उसके बंगलो में था, और नेहरू वाज ईटिंग इन द ब्रेकफास्ट ऑमलेट। तो उसको भी नेहरू ने पूछा आप ऑमलेट खाओगे, तो ये अरुण गांधी ने 6 साल का था वो, अरुण गांधी ने बोला कि हाँ मैं खाऊंगा। तो बोले आपके दादाजी तो आपको ना बोलेंगे, आपका दादाजी तो पूरा शाकाहारी है, ये नहीं खाने देंगे। आप ऐसा करो, आपके दादाजी को पूछ के आओ, वो अगर हाँ बोले तो मैं आपको दूंगा, नहीं तो नहीं दूंगा। तो वो दादाजी के पास गए, गांधी के पास, और पूछा कि मैं ऑमलेट खा सकता हूँ नेहरू जी के साथ। तो गांधी ने पूछा कि आप खाते हो अफ्रीका में, आपने कभी खाया है, आपके पिताजी और माताजी खाती है? तो बोल रहे हाँ कभी कभी खा लेते। तो गांधी जी वो अगर खा लेते हो तो खाओ। सी ये देखो कि कैसी सोच है, वो खुद नहीं खाते लेकिन बच्चे अगर खाते उस टाइम जब खाने का है माहौल तो वो बोलते हैं कि खा ले, तो उसने बोल लिया खा लो। बच्चे ने बड़ी मजे से नेहरू जी के साथ ऑमलेट के ब्रेकफास्ट कर लिया, मजा आई उसको। फिर ये अरुण गांधी के पिताजी माताजी जब इंडिया आए तो गांधी जी ने पूछा कि आप लोग अंडे खाते हो, ऑमलेट खाते हो? तो कहे नहीं हम तो नहीं खाते। कि ये बच्चा तो बोल रहे आप खा रहे हो। तो बोले नहीं ये गलत बात है, ये हम लोग तो नहीं खाते। तो वो उसको बुलाया, अरुण गांधी को बुलाया मीटिंग में कि आपने पहले तो बोला था वो दिन नेहरू के साथ कि आप खा रहे हो। तो बोला कि मैं कभी ये पेस्ट्री खाता हूँ, कभी केक खाता हूँ, उसमें तो अंडे होते ही है, तो उसका मतलब अंडा खाना अच्छा है, ये लोग है। तो गांधी ने तब बोला आप अच्छे वकील बनोगे, आपने एक उसमें लूप होल निकाल दिया और आप यू गेव द आर्ग्यूमेंट के इट इज गुड। तो कहने का मतलब यू हैव टू वर्क विद द बॉय, यू हैव टू वर्क विद योरसेल्फ, preach whatever you practice, don't be a hypocrite, because most of the preachers, lot of people, not most, lot of other preachers, they preach something, they practice something else. In every situation, whether it's the religion, whether it's the food, whether it's the science, whether it's the philosophy, whether anything is social work. So that is this is the mera, this is my 2 cent. So well, uh, आपको अगर ये और भी क्वेश्चन है रुपेश जी तो बताना मुझे, समझ में आ
यस सर।
गया?
हाँ सर,
ओके।
मैंने वो आपने जो पहले जो कहानी बताई मुझे महात्मा गांधी की,
हाँ,
तो वो मैंने सुनी हुई है जो आपने
perfect.
बताया मुझे। हाँ
अच्छा, एटलीस्ट इट्स बेटर कि मैंने अपने आप से इसे मन गढ़ंत कहानी नहीं बना दी, ये कहानी
हाँ
है।
ओके। नहीं नहीं, मैंने वो सुनी हुई थी सर,
यस यस। तो नहीं,
बहुत अच्छी कहानी हो।
कहने का मतलब ये है कि आप जो करोगे, मेरे बच्चे भी, मैंने कभी उन लोग को उस पे फोर्स नहीं किया कि ये मत खाओ, ये खाओ, ये मत, क्योंकि अमेरिका में स्कूल में जाते, बाहर जाते, बहुत प्रेशर होता है, सब लोग क्या करते क्या नहीं। लेकिन जो मैं करता हूँ वो देखते हैं। हमारे घर पे कभी सोडा नहीं आई थी, पहले आती थी, जब अवेयरनेस नहीं था तब आती थी, लेकिन जब अवेयरनेस आ गई, घर में कोई सोडा ही नहीं चाहिए, पानी पियो, सोडा पीने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं है। तो बच्चे भी समझ गए कि ये सोडा पीना खराब है, नहीं पीते। वो लोग भी स्कूल में जाते, बाहर जाते, तब नहीं पीते थे। तो वो समझ से कुछ काम होता है, जबरदस्ती से कोई काम नहीं होगा। अगर आप कोई भी बच्चे के साथ या अपने आप पे भी अगर जबरदस्ती करोगे तो नहीं होगा। आपको समझना पड़ेगा पहले कि ये क्यों नहीं खाना है या तो क्यों खाना है। ये अगर नहीं होगा जब तक, तो अपने में ये बोलते हैं गुजरा हमारे के, वैराग्य बिना त्याग नहीं टके। विदाउट अवर्जन यू कैनॉट सैक्रिफाइस समथिंग, यू हैव टू हैव अवर्जन फॉर द थिंग। फॉर मी, आज अगर ये मेरे लिए रॉ फूड इज माय चॉइस, एंड कुक फूड इज लाइक फॉर मी इज लाइक अ मीट। I cannot eat. No matter how much good it is, so much flavor and aroma, but for me it becomes like totally, I'm done with that. So वो aversion अंदर से एक वैराग्य आ गया उसके, that's it. वो आना चाहिए कोई भी चीज पे। अगर वो नहीं आएगा तो काम नहीं बनेगा। Very good. Any other anything, Dr. Shrenik Shah and Dilip Shah, Dilip Desai, आप start करिए। You start with the topic, Dilip bhai.
Yeah, I don't know I'm not the, first of all, I'm not the expert on the diet, but I can give you my perspective because I'm a vegetarian. So I can't vouch for any kind of scientific things or anything expert on this one. But yeah, I think your topic today is a super food. What did you say? Super and
Simple meal but big nutrition.
yeah, so simple meal and big nutrition. It's a good word. Simple, I don't know what that simple means. I think simple means you make it like, the simple way. You don't have to spend a lot of time. I think that's what the simple means to me. And I think the concept of being a raw food or even the vegetarian food, it is easy to make, simply made. And then nutrition wise, I think there is a lot of nutritional things in there. Make sure you have enough of protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins and everything. And I think looking at all our options, being having the vegetarian food or the vegan food or the raw food, make sure we have a good kind of balanced nutrition, we can get it. So I think simple means how you make it simple. Don't spend much of your time in the kitchen and rather spend those time somewhere else and do something. And then nutrition wise, I did send you, Akshay bhai, maybe you can share that. There was little bit of data out there, like a scientific. I'm a scientific guy. I'm a physician. I always believe in evidence-based medicine. And that's where I looked at something in evidence to see is there any studies done on the raw food or not. And I found few of them and I gave it to you yesterday. So I think there
Uh,
are some
uh,
pros and cons. As I said, I'm not expert on those things. Raw food has I think is a more benefits, and then there are certain area you don't get certain nutrients. I don't know, but that can be, you can get it from somewhere else. आप ले सकते हो कहीं से.
Perfect, perfect. And
Yeah.
and today, actually, yesterday, Priyanka made a challenge for me. That Mr. Shah, can you make your breakfast? And we were discussing about eating raw potato. So she said, okay, can you eat raw potato tomorrow in a meeting? So I made that raw potato breakfast today. So here, before Renisha starts, here is the potato. This is the raw potato. I'm going to eat. This is the actual one, and this is the I chopped it already. So that this is the potato where I'm going to put some cashews, okay, and here is the yeast flakes. The yeast flakes is very good, is very tasty and very nutritional. Most of the vegetarian people have a deficiency of B12, and this is a very good source of B12. So this is what I just mixed it in here. I put it here, and I'm going to mix it. It is going to create a nice breakfast. And you can put whatever, you can put lime, you can put onion, anything you like, chutney, whatever, make it more palatable, tasty, not just bland stuff, it is something very tasty. And then you can eat. And Priyanka, see, I'm eating it now. So you gave me the challenge, the eat the raw potato, and that was the yesterday's challenge. Yummy, yummy. So good. And you have
Thank you for volunteering and showing us how you eat the raw potato. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Mr. Shah, did you add salt inside that?
No. You can
Without
add
salt?
salt. Salt is, I consider salt as a poison. White poison is the salt, sugar, and oil. Those three things is bad, but you don't have to give up right away. If you give up right away, then it's going to backfire. You do it slowly, slowly, slowly. I have not sugar in my maybe more than 25 years. So there is no sugar, no salt. It happened to me naturally, so it is easy on me. For most of the people, it is going to be little difficult because you are habitual to eat sugar, salt. So don't that's why I said whatever you like. So in chutney there is automatically some salt. If you like salsa, put salsa. What make it little flavorable, little something nice, spicy, and so that will appeal you. And then you have to have your own creativity. As a woman, you have creativity to make the different kind of food. Add that creativity, think about it, how you can make this more palatable, and you can sustain it for many days. Yes, Dr. Shah, you want to say something?
Yeah, what I was trying to say again, the simplicity is the key. That's the talk of today. Is the more simple, and nothing can be simpler than raw food, obviously, because it does not require any cooking or anything like that. And why do we cook food? Because we don't like as it is, and that's denial. So we starting the whole process in a negativity. When we accept the nature, we are in a positive territory right there. So the life itself becomes positive if you accept what the nature gives you. Of course, you have to be reasonable, and of course, you have to be wise about it. Like you cannot eat the beans as they are until you soak them or little boil or something like that. So those kind of things you cannot avoid. But other than that, to eating as raw as possible, I don't put any salt on my food. The only thing I do is sprinkle a lime, or something like that, that gives a little taste. Sometimes putting a little adrak, those kind of things, those things kind of really help. So that way you staying closer to the simple foods. Now, what is the advantage of being in on a simple diet? Is one, like we already talked about, the sattvic ahar, sattvic vichar, and sattvic achana. So it keeps your mind not like running after the objects of pleasures and things like that. We already talked about it. But on top of that, the scientifically, of course, all these foods, the plant-based food, has so many phytonutrients in them. These phytonutrients are actually the they are created by the plant itself in a nature settings to fight against invasions of bacteria and insects which are going to attack in the nature. So these are natural defenses which are, and there are so many kinds of phytonutrients. These are natural defenses created by the plants. So there is so much advantage of those when you eat them. So, and we're not going to have them in animal foods of any kind, because animals have a different defense system and things like that. So plants have their own. So eating the raw food has the phytonutrients are the main advantage. And there is I think the doctor, I forgot his name, but he has a book, Eat to Live. And then the book says basically that we are not getting enough phytonutrients in our food. And when we don't get phytonutrients and our body craves for it, subconsciously, of course, we keep on eating the cooked food all the time, and we keep our body subconsciously looking for phytonutrients, we end up overdoing on the cooked food. One, because it tastes better, so we have no limit how much we can eat and all that. On top of that, our body's craving subconsciously keeps on looking for more food, turns into obesity. And those kind of things, like we talked, like carrots, how many carrots can you eat? And yet, at the end of the day, you're not consuming that many calories. So by eating the food in nature as they are, it keeps you in a sublime level in connection with the nature. That's what we talked about. Be nature, connect with the nature. And that's how I think the simplicity, but there are so many profound advantages to it. So that's really the bottom line of today's topic. The simple things, but profound benefits. So that's what I would recommend. So
Yes, let me just put a little bit more on this, and especially when we are out, people think, how we can do it in social environment. So I was last August, I was in New Jersey, Dilip Desai's son's wedding. When I entered, they were sitting in the backyard, enjoying the wedding environment. Everything was so good. They were eating food, decoration, music, everything was there. And then, when I entered in the backyard, I had my fruit, and everybody was looking at me that, hey, what? They were eating samosa and whatever, cutlets and all those fancy food was there. And all around them was all doctors and doctor's wife. And the topic become, everybody started talking about raw food. I said, you know what? Forget about this, me, and forget about raw food. You are here to enjoy the wedding. Just eat and enjoy the wedding. We can talk later on. But still, Dr. Dilip Desai continued talking about raw food, promoted that raw food stuff. Even their wife became so much interested that they were sitting somewhere else. They started coming close to our table and started asking, hey, Akshay, are you a nutritionist? I said, no, I'm sorry, I am not nutritionist. I don't have any medical background. I'm just raw foodist. And raw food is by nature. I enjoy it and I love it. And that's my passion. I studied a little bit more. I do my research, but that's about it. Dr. Dilip Desai can tell something more about that incident.
Yeah, I remember that. I think you went out in the car to bring something. I think, what did you get? Something for everyone?
Oh, I gave them everybody, I gave the ball pen. I carry ball pen.
Oh, yes, yes.
With the rawfoodies.com. So as I said, okay, don't ask me many questions here. Here we are not. I'm not here to disturb the whole festivity thing. And Go to my site. I have so many videos. I have blog. I'm telling everybody what I'm doing. I'm documenting it. Anybody have any question, contact me directly. You can take the number from Dr. Dilip Desai, or there is a number on website. So I want to encourage people. The bottom line is why even I'm doing this meeting thing is I want to encourage people. Even at the end of the 21 days, only two people thinking very seriously about this. That is my achievement. That is something I accomplish, because nothing is easy. Is I know that this is going against the stream, and to convince someone to even think about it is a challenge. Yes, Dr. Shah.
Dilip is also witness to my raw food because we did the Everest Base Camp trek together and we were walking 8-10 miles, strenuous miles every single day. I had carried my whole, raw nuts with me and with the hemp seeds and all those kind of seeds and everything in it. So that would be with me in the additional as a breakfast. Then during the anytime throughout the day, whenever I'm hungry, I'll just consume those and then I'll have a decent, meal, whatever was offered at that time. Of course, vegan and all that. So
Yeah.
Dilip knows about that too.
Philippa is very much into it. He's not raw foodist, but he is in health and wellness, and he understands this. I'm going to give you one more incident. It was kind of funny. In New Jersey, we were in our cousin's daughter's wedding, and it was in a hall. And then we had a hotel a couple of miles away. So after finishing the lunch, Dilip Desai asked me, "Hey, let's go for a walk." And it was the hall was like in very secluded area. Only the one lane car, and on both the side was kind of jungle. So I said, "Okay, that's a good idea." So we were in a wedding dress, not wearing any sneaker or anything. We started walking on the street. So passerby all the street on the street, they were they thought we are in trouble, because nobody was walking in that in a wedding dress on the street, and that was a couple of miles. But we were walking, and we were walking fast. So they stopped the car. "Hey, are you okay? Do you need any help? Why you are walking? What happened?" And then we have to tell them, "Don't worry, we are walking with our fun. We are not walking here just out of any trouble." And Dr. Dilip Desai also enjoyed it, and he is the one who started that. Okay, let's go for a walk.
Yeah, I think Shrenik Bhai said is right. We just did that Everest base camp. I remember him. He was every morning, he wakes up, we were sharing the room. And I remember he pulls out his nuts and he comes on the table with that and have some fruits. And the another thing was, in a whole group, he was the first in the line. Actually, wherever we walking, he was the first one in the, we used to call him an express, something in the people that tell this guy is an amazing energy. So the another thing to validate the point of non-veg versus veg, as Shrenik Bhai remember, when you go up that places, amazing part is they don't allow any meat. Remember, they're not supposed to. I think we all have all the vegetarian food, even the people who eat the meat, because they cannot store the meat up there, and because they were afraid of passing the diseases. So mostly whatever they had, it was mostly kind of vegetarian food. And Shrenik Bhai, I remember he used to get his vegan food wherever he went. There was no problem. Even the one of the best restaurant we went, and I remember that in Kathmandu, he used to get his. So I think in the nowadays world is accepting that things, and I think it's not hard to find those kind of a food. It's easy.
Yes,
Yes.
and actually, Dr. Shah, Dilip Desai invited me to join that group for Everest, but there was some issue. I couldn't able to join, and I think I missed it. We have to do it again. So we.
Well, I'm doing Kailash Mansarovar in September, so maybe you can join with me.
All right, yeah, that's a good. But yeah, we will talk about it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Hmm. Anybody have other question? Priyanka?
I am excited about the Everest base camp and the Mansarovar trekking. So that is what is exciting to me, because I'm looking forward for it. And if you people can guide me, that would be wonderful. Because what I'm trying to hear today is all that only. So raw food and the simple food will definitely help there, because when you're trekking. Uh, I have read, I have seen people dehydrate the fruits and live. So those are the alternative. But if you just stick with the plain water and just electrolyte, um, that will give you a lot of energy. So that is what um, my research is. So I'm looking forward to do that sort of experience by practicing it. As you said, preaching is better than
Practicing is better than preaching.
so preaching is better than practicing. So I don't want to preach. I want to experience, and then I want to say how it goes out.
Correct. Life is all about coming out of your mind, because mind has confines. Mind gives you very limited view of life. Until you actually come out of the mind and go beyond your limits, that's when you start experiencing the life itself. Because mind is like a civilized city. You come out of the city and there is wilderness. There is infinite consciousness. You don't even know where to go. You're charting your new territory. That is the real freedom. So things like this, that gives you an experience of going beyond the mind. So whatever, even like I ran the Chicago Marathon, at mile 10, the Nike had an ad that goodbye endorphins, welcome inner strength. It's all spiritual. Marathons are all spiritual, not physical. It's you have to know that. So what I'm saying is, like, any decisions that you really apply to it, whatever it is in a positive territory, the mind will rebel, no question about it. But when mind says yes, you said no. And when mind says no, you said yes. And that's how you start rising. So for me, veganism or marathons or hikings or trekking like this, these are beyond the confines of my mental blockades. And then you really enjoy the life as it is. So that's my
Yes,
2 cents.
yesterday Dr. Shah, you was not there, and I said little bit about mind and body. Is like mind is running, controlling the body, or you are controlling your mind, or mind is controlling you. It's like that you are walking the dog, or dog is walking you. It is that kind of thing. Once you have that awareness, once you understand, you can control your mind, and there is the craving is going to be there. So there is some temptation, but once you are conscious and aware and you think about it, there is a solution. You are going to find a solution, and is nobody, there is no solution outside is going to help you. Once you think, then you find a solution, and that is the best solution for you, right?
And it takes courage to be different than the society. Imagine, I've been vegan for 20 plus years. At that time, it was hardly the first time I ever went to, one of the pharmaceutical dinners in Manhattan, fancy restaurant. And I was not even vegan at that time. I was vegetarian. And they didn't have any concept of vegetarian even. So they just brought me a bowl of peas and carrots and boiled, and that's all. But now, of course, there is so much more awareness and all that. But it takes time. I have an incident. I have a local ophthalmologist in my town. He was always making fun of me. I mean, we are good friends. Every patient, because I used him a lot, and every patient I would send it to him, he will ask the patient, "Oh, did Dr. Shah tell you to go vegan? Did Dr. Shah tell you to?" Despite all these things, I knew my territory. I knew my path, which I was going to go on, and I continued. So guess what happened after 10 years or something like that? And he was my patient also. He said, "Shrenik, they just noticed my calcium score is very high in coronary arteries. What do I do?" I said, "What do you think I'm going to tell you? Go vegan." And he really did. He did go vegan, but not for a long time. But what I'm saying is that your path may be different than the rest of the world. It doesn't matter. It's your path. And that's all matters.
That you said it right. You need a courage to take the this particular field, this particular your stand, that hey, this is what I'm going to do. So when I went with a lot of my colleagues in Bahamas and the cruise, everybody was eating the food whatever they wanted, and I was the only one raw food is forget about on vegetarian. But I don't have that shyness to tell, hey, I'm vegetarian. No, I'm going to say it very in a bold way that I'm raw foodist and I'm going to eat only what I want. I'm not going to stop you. You just enjoy whatever you like, but I'm going to eat what I like. And I got everywhere, and no matter where I'm traveling a lot, even in India for a month, in totally uncharted territory. I don't know even the place, but still I go there and I ask, hey, what do you have? And they bring me something, either fruits or vegetable. And if nothing, no problem. My body is now equipped in a such a way that if I go without food for 24 hours, it's not going to bother me. I
You know,
still have full energy to work. And but it takes time. It was not that there before.
in the scenario of the mind, the cravings and all that, and like someone asked about the child wanting to eat ice cream and those kind of things, I had created a scenario that I would discuss with my patients. I said, okay, listen, you take your niece to a mall and she wants a candy. What would you do? He says, I'll give it to her. I said, but yeah, the next day since she's gonna look for ice cream, even though you don't want it, you know that it's not healthy, but she's asking for it. What would you do? There are thousands of people around and all that. So one answer was that I'll give it, and it's what's a big deal? It's a candy. I said, but next day she will look for ice cream, and when she becomes 16, she's gonna have a red top, convertible, red convertible. Are you gonna just keep giving it to her? No. At some point, you're gonna have to say no. So I said, what is the other options? You don't want her to have a candy. She says, well, I'll get angry and I'll show her that no, this is the way it's gonna be. I said, well, she's throwing temper tantrums. She's on the ground complaining that I want a candy, uncle. I want candy. I want candy. 5-year-old girl could be doing that. It's fine, acceptable. But you are an adult. And out of the thousands of people in the group, there may be some friends that are looking at you. Do you think it will look good if you really shout at your niece and say, no, 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 you're not going to have it? He says, no, then I won't shout. Then what are you going to do? What is the third option? Third option is to fold your hands. Be silent.
Correct.
Silence has the power. Your mind is a spoiled kid. It's going to keep on asking for it. So when the silence is there, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay, do whatever you want to do. I'm here. I'll take you home. No problem. I'm not walking away. I'm here. You do your temper tantrums. Whenever you're done with it, just come back to me. So that's the psychologically, right? So you're not saying anything. You just silence. And in the silence, the niece realizes that, okay, this uncle is different. He's not going to give me anything. Next day, she's not going to look for anything from you. So the mind has a cravings. So let it do its temper tantrums. No problem. Just wait and watch. Meditation is all about developing that silence within you and let the mind simmer down and ultimately bow down to you. So that's the scenario I usually use to explain to people.
Fantastic. And so, Dr. Dilip Desai, thank you very much for coming in and joining and giving us the new energy. Dr. Shrenik Shah, thank you very much. And tomorrow also going to be very strong day. Khalindi Bakshi is going to be with us. She is very learned person. You can tell a little bit about Khalindi Bakshi.
Khalindi, she's a good friend. She's a part of our World Vegan Vision team. And she's a PhD in neuroscience. Extremely smart, brilliant lady. And she has been vegan. She used to be in a business of vegan foods and all that, delivering to people and those kind of things. And now she's working in a nutritional branch of the government, state government, New Jersey. But we have really done so many talks. Most of the places that I give a lot of talks. So most of the places I give talks on why you should go vegan. and I feel I'm good into that. And she will then tell you how to go vegan. She is a recipe queen. She has so much, she's so good with all these vegan nutrients, whatever. She has thousands of suggestions of how you to make it, this and that and all that. So she can be a good resource.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
so I would definitely want to know the alternative of the yeast.
Alternative of the yeast. So there
Yeast
is
itself
another
is the alternative.
yeast extract is available in the market. It is known as a Marmite. It is
I don't
generally
want to take any of this natural way how you because our body gets yeast. So why are we taking additional add-ons yeast just to satisfy our taste bud?
no, no. This is more than satisfied. This is, as I said, this is most of the vegetarian people have a deficiency of B12, and B12 you get is only from the living being. You cannot get B12 from all other vegetarian. There is something. Let's say mushroom has a B12, and some other vegetable also have B12, but it is not good enough. And B12 is so essential. It's so important. I can tell you this. It's like during the time of Hitler, when in concentration camp, the Jewish people were in that camp. They had nothing to eat, nothing. But one doctor was there, and he was telling, okay, take only B12 as much as possible, and he was doing it, and all the people had better health because B12 is very important. So
On a
So when we are experiencing the path of the spirituality. So our body has enough. It creates all the abundance into it. Then
no,
Not true. Not
no,
true. So you are right in a spiritual path. Yes. On B12, I can almost speak for a half an hour. The thing is that the B12, if we were living a real life in the nature, for example, if you were picking up a fruit from a tree, there will be plenty of bacteria on it. It's the bacteria that manufacture B12 in your body. Now,
correct.
since we are living in a civilized society, we don't have access to a natural food. Even though it's sold in the market, it's been washed out and this and irradiated and all those kind of things. There are no healthy bacteria left because not all bacteria are bad. There are a lot of good bacteria. Now, if you think that the source of the B12 for us is only animal foods, theoretically. So if you drink milk, there is plenty of B12 in it. If you eat meat, there is plenty of B12. But nobody thinks, why does the cow have B12, even though cow is vegetarian? It's only grass. It
From the
still
grass.
has a it still has a B12. Why? Because the grass that is fed to the cows is not sterilized, subjected to ultraviolet radiations and this and that, because it's expensive. They just pick up from the farm and give it to the cow. There are bacteria in there, a lot of natural good bacteria. They go inside the cow's gut and make the B12 for the cows. And when we drink the milk, we get the B12. But that's an artificial way of getting B12. So what is the natural way of there is one is an option: go into the jungle, leave the jungle, and then you're living a natural life, spiritual life. You drink the water from the stream. There are billions and billions of bacteria, and a lot of them are good bacteria. And then you will have B12. You will manufacture your own B12. So the B12 that is available in the market, but that's not practical, obviously. So we live in a society like that. So we have to take B12, no question about it. So yeast is one of the source. The B12, the vitamins B12 which are available are actually the only vitamins which are made by Eugenia bacteria. So Eugenia bacteria are genetically modified and they are made to manufacture B12. And that B12 we're taking. So that's an easier way to B12 supplement. But no, hands down, B12 is the most important because it's controls your nerve function, neurological. Without the deficiency, you get a lot of neuropathies and things like that, dementias, everything. So unfortunately, yes, we have to rely on some source of B12. So that's the number one thing that we vegans are going to be B12 deficient if we don't follow the yeast or the B12 or combination of both. So that's the bottom line. As far as the vitamins go, I'll just add my 2 cents on it. The whole life that is present on the Mother Earth is levo oriented. I don't know if you know levo and dextro. Levo is left, dextro is right. The whole life, all the molecules which are making the life on this earth are levo compounds. They are all projected to the left. Don't ask me why. Then that's it how the life is. Life is livo, no question about it. But now all the vitamins which are coming from the plant, you think that I'm just gonna take vitamin pill. Why do I have to take all these things that I don't even like? Wrong, because none of these livo compounds can be manufactured in factory. So what do? They still have to sell it as vitamin. They create a mirror image of the vitamin, same vitamin, say vitamin C, vitamin D, whatever. They create a mirror image of it. A mirror image is the same structure, but 180 degrees apart. So in any molecules, if you change an atom even 5 degrees, the whole property changes. And this is not 5 degrees, this is 180 degrees. So that's the reason all these vitamins are synthetic. The only real vitamin on the market is the B12 because it's manufactured by bacteria. That's how it is. But all the other vitamins, in fact, studies after studies, and I'm sure Dilip can vouch for it. There was a study done on 25,000 nurses, a nurses health study. They found out that the elderly women who were taking vitamins, they had a 2.8% higher chance of dying. You are eating just junk chemicals. You're not really taking vitamin except the B12. So unfortunately, this is the reality. So if we choose the path in the right direction, that I believe, all you have to do is nutritional it becomes a must. And if it's don't want to do that, B12 tablets. I take B12 tablets because I'm not that much into cooking, but I think nutritional is a good idea, and I'll follow up on that.
Priyanka,
Okay.
I think you got the good information.
I will dig deep and find my information, but I'm
Yeah.
happy that I brought this topic, and the doctor gave me the right path to go for it. So I'm grateful for it.
And Manu,
Yeah.
Manu also asked me a similar question in past that how about taking supplement and stuff. So as the doctor said, it is actually hurting you more than helping you. So be careful what you are taking. You do little due diligence and get more information. Then you start. Thank you again. Thank you, everybody. Dr. Dilip Desai, Dr. Shah. Really enjoyed the whole episode. And tomorrow is tell everybody Khalindi Bakshi is going to be here, and I'm going to shut up and I'm going to give her.
But
Sounds
today's
good.
session was quite informative for me, at least. I'll say I wasn't
Okay,
aware of
so
these
yeah,
cells
ask
to be
everybody to
eaten
join.
with this. Now,
Yes.
I
All
Thank
believe
right.
you.
when you will do today's live, everybody will listen what he is saying. They will come automatically because it is knowledge which is shared, and everybody should understand and then dig whatever you want to dig in. But still, it was eye
Perfect.
opening for me.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dr.
very much
Shah.
once again.
Okay.
And